Hi guys, I'm Asif Ali and I'm back after some days because my graphic card just stopped working, just broke down, and I had to buy a new graphic card, and it is RTX now, RTX 360, about 12 GB. From now, all the effects are on RTX graphic cards, and today I created this effect, this crashing plane effect, and I just I show you the reference. This is the reference I found on Twitter. This guy, I'll put the link in my description, and I instantly like this scene. It's looking really cool, and I created the similar, and I added some more elements like this burning thing, so it is like crashing plane. Okay, and with this wings effect also. So today this tutorial will not be from scratch, but I will try to explain everything, and I'll try to make something at least from scratch, not full effect, but some part of this I will again create. And if you have not subscribed my channel yet, please subscribe, and if you like this video, please like, share and comment. And thanks for watching. Let's start this tutorial.
CGHOW.
First of all, subscribe my YouTube channel and also click on bell icon so you will receive all new video notification. So you can see my scene, and this is how it looks. If I just play and simulate, let me just press F. Full screen, press G, and now I can just check this from. It looks cool from all angles. If you see from this angle, it's cool. This look also cool. Okay, so what I did here, I have this plane mesh, and I'll also put this whole scene in my pattern so you can download. And it doesn't have this wings, so I have separated wings so that I can rotate. And let's create from scratch the basic thing, then I'll show you the original effect. So I have this test folder here, and I create this Niagara and fountain FX test FX. Okay, so in this one I need this mesh, this plane mesh, so I will delete this sprite render and I'll take the mesh render, use this mesh, and you can see lots of planes spawning. I don't need this, so delete all this module, and I'll just take the burst and just the one particle, and also the loop once and life infinite. So I have just a one particle for forever, and now this is just a static, so you can add a update mesh orientation, and on Y if I put, you can see the animation. So what I can do, I can break this, because if I put Y1, it is rotating this way, and if you put the -1 here, it will rotate in other direction. So you can just use the sine wave here, and in sine wave you can see the amount you can put just little bit, and you can randomize these things. And you can also do one thing after this. I'll show you my original values, but you can do this, you can reduce this amount so it will move faster like this. And then you can also add jitter, like this, and you can just add slight value so it will look like it is facing bad weather. So this is how you can do that. Then you can duplicate your emitter, and in this one I'll just take this wings and just change this wing, so you will have this here. I'll remove this and I'll remove the sine wave from here. Just use the Y and you can rotate faster. Okay, and then not this much, like this much. Then you need these speed lines on this, like I have in my original effect, this white thing you can see. So for this, if I make a material quickly, M wing test, and you need a disk for that. So if I search in my project static mesh and disk, I have lots of this. So I open this first one. It is just a plain disk which has straight UVs. So I select this disk here and preview here, and if I take the texture coordinate, preview this, you can see the UVs here. So I need to take the different channels. So I'll take the mask R and G. So R looks like this and G like this. Okay, and if you don't preview this mesh for now, let's say you preview on planar. So this is the R green and this is the red, and if I subtract from each other, we have this thing. Okay, or you can just, so we have this thing, and now this thing will preview on a planar like this, and we need 3 of these. So how you create 3 of these? You can do one thing, you can multiply your texture coordinate and then take a frac of this. So if I preview this frac and multiply it with 3, it is 3 by 3 on both axes, but I want just one axis, so I will take the append and 1 1 3. So you have these 3 now, see these 3 lines, and now you can connect this here. So in here you have this thing, and you can take the power to make these like this, and then you can add a noise texture on it also, and you can use this. So if I take just texture and take the aura like this, and here I will just add this aura on this red channel. So I will add this here, so we have this type of noise thing, and you can also multiply it with before adding, so you can decide how much you want. Okay, and you can also adjust the tiling that I have done in my original. So that's it. You can just take the particle color and connect this here and multiply this whatever you got output here and connect it to opacity and additive unlit two-sided. So you have this thing. Save this. In here I'll duplicate this emitter again, duplicate and preview, and I'll use this disk here. So we have this disk but rotating on different axis. Oh, actually this axis is correct, but initial rotation is not correct. So 0.25. Why it's not working? Okay, so you need to just use this material here because this material two-sided, so you can see, and I'll just, you can see this is rotating, and I'll increase the size of this mesh maybe 5. You can see properly if I see all, so 3 or maybe 2.8. So you got this thing, but it's rotating on different axes, so I'll make this -3 and -3. Okay, so this is our basic effect. And then to create this to create this burning effect, actually I have already 2-3 videos, so I'll show you this, but you can watch those videos also for better understanding. So if I just write on my channel here tune, this thing, this is exactly same thing I just used, so 23 minutes you can watch. And if you type here volcano, the first, this is the same thing again, I just use this thing in my effect. Okay, so to create this thing, these blue and these shadows, what you can do, what happened, did I just, okay, so what you can do here, let me change the preview setting to blue, so it will be same like my viewport. So for that I'll again duplicate this emitter, and in this time I'll take sprite renderer and I'll take radial and radial translucent, and instead of this and this and this, I'll take here spawn rate maybe 100 for now, and I'll take sphere location, or you can take box location. Let's say sphere location, I'll increase the size of sphere and decrease the size on Z. Then I'll put the velocity on this axis -y, these are going on Y, velocity align. Then here change the size to maybe 500, 200, like this, and you can make these blue. So you have these blue lines, and you can make this infinite, and also this should be below the plane, so I'll just decrease this offset here, and also I'll increase this offset so it is here, and also I'll increase the size on Y, not this much. So you got the idea, you can adjust that. Then to create shadow, I'll again duplicate this, copy and paste, and in shadow, because shadow will be softer and bigger, so I'll make this almost dark and increase this to 30, 20, and in sphere make this 0 and offset little lower, and I'll make the alpha 5. So you have now shadow. Okay, so basic we have created our effect, and now we will see this thing, this burning effect, and how I created this, although I have already tutorial, and why it's waving like this. Okay, so I open my original effect. First I have this plane, and stop this. So you can see one particle plane mesh, then I have a jitter one, then I have update metro direction. On Y I have sine and cosine for randomness, and rotation rate is 1. Then duplicated this, and in this one I have a wing mesh and rotation on this axis -y and just one particle. Then again duplicated, and similarly I have this disk, this is material and initial rotation and rotation, and this is my original material, so it is quite same. I have just different, no, same texture. So I have these things, you can see, and then I have power, and I have also this thing, this gradient to and multiplying it, so it has this soft edge. Otherwise it has very sharp edge here, but with this I have this short blur edge. So that's the difference, just all those everything same. Okay, and then I have this fountain thing. So in this one and this fountain same, just the placement is different and size is different. So I'll just show you this one. So basically this is a mesh renderer based, and the mesh is let me clear this. So this is a mesh. It is actually a sphere and distorted sphere. Okay, and this is the material. So here I have this you can see it is like a Fresnel, but very pointy black thing here. And what I have done, I use the dot product and I use the Vortex normal and camera vector. So you can see this Fresnel thing, multiplying it with 1, then powering it and using this black and white strip texture and using this thing as a UV for this. So I have this. Then here I have this noise texture and I'm just dissolving this, and then I'm using this gradient. And for this you can also watch my other tutorials, like if I check here material effects, you will find this. I have shown the same thing in this tutorial, how to use a gradient and use that for black and white texture, and it will take that colors. So basically it's just a noise texture that I'm eroding and dissolving with this dynamic parameter, and I have this gradient on that sphere. And you need to watch those tutorials to understand it better from scratch. Okay, and here I'm just spawning some 200 particles, random mesh size, sphere location. And one more thing, because my plane is rotating, and you can see this fire is connected with this. So how? Because the same thing that sine cosine I'm using here to rotate it, I just copied it, and here in this emitter, in the sphere location, in the z-axis, I just pasted. These values are the same. So this is, you can see, going up and down with the rotation of my plane. Okay, so you can see this is going up and down. Okay, so here I have this mesh renderer and then this material and sphere location, velocity of course slightly, and then point velocity also. And here I have a gravity high on y minus y, some drag, and dynamic parameters controlling all things. So first is Jitter, so it is for the back. You can see this is fading, so if I make it 1 or 0, see how sharp is this. So if you want to make it faded, you need to increase it. So it's now fading. This material is masked, but it's still fading with this Jitter. Then this is for eroding. Then I have distort, random tile, boost. For all things I have this. It looks cool. If you want to create just this thing, you can watch those tutorials. Then I duplicated it and just changed the size of meshes here, 0.5 and 1. Then this is the actually the same behavior, these paths going back like these. Just change the sprites. Just here I'm using the radial ramp, and this is because sprites, velocity align, then spawn rate is again 200. Here 1 and 10 size, and I'm stretching with this scale size with speed. Color is very bright, yellow to red, and 2 curl noise for different movement, drag, gravity on minus y. Then I duplicated this ember and just put the light in it, and reduce the life, so it has just the light on here. You can see the light on this plane here. Then these are my speed lines that I have already shown you how I created. And then here again speed lines, but these are softer one just to make it a volume. And then again embers, and these embers for my wings. So you can see here this rotating wing has some embers. So I'm just spawning some 10 particles on a sphere location, and this sphere is located here. You can see this wireframe sphere, and I have reduced the size of Y, and then color is of course the same color noise, same everything, just added a vortex velocity on Y, and that's it. And I hope everything is clear. And here on the down, this is just again duplicate version of that trail and put it here, so, and reduce the life and velocity. That's it, and I'll put this file. You can just download this and check it out. And so thanks for watching, keep learning, and bye bye.